but the thing that got us kicked out, our host was obsessed with trying to get an interview with Ichiro. That's all he wanted. Even if it's a 30-second interview. But the team's like, no, he doesn't really speak English, and it's very limited, and it's not going to happen. Somewhere he found out that Ichiro was a fan of pizza, which, I mean, okay. So I show up to meet up with my host, Andy, at the time. And I'm like, okay, we're going to meet up. We're going to go into the locker rooms and do the interviews. And we have our press pass and all that. So getting in was easy. He shows up with a pizza box. And I'm like, what are you doing with the pizza? He's like, I'm gonna bribe Ichiro with a pizza so he talked to us. And dude, we come down, and I gotta imagine it was Lou Piniella. I'm trying to remember. It must have been. This is forever ago, obviously. We go down, and whoever was one of the managers of the team are like, who do you have for these guys? Like, I could hear them saying this, and I've never felt more small because I'm like, we look like the biggest idiots, and rightfully so. We showed up to all the other media looking at us like they already thought we were Nimrods. I mean, I'm showing up with CDs, like, but like CDs are easy. I can put them in my jacket pocket.
They don't smell.
Right. They don't smell. They're not edible.
Yeah.
So finally, like the PR guy at the time, who's still there, Greg Green, awesome guy. I know he's worked his way up the ladder, and like Kevin Martinez as well. I've always loved those guys, even though we deservingly got kicked out of the locker room. Because they're just like, guys, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? It's like, why are you bringing a pizza into a locker room? And Andy, we're not missing a beat's just like, well, we wanted to talk to Ichiro. And they're like, we said you can't. He's like, well, I figured if I give him some pizza, he'll talk. Like, that's not his decision. Like, we're in charge of this. You don't show up with a pizza. It's so stupid. Fast forward 5 minutes later, we've been kicked out. Our credentials have been taken from us, and we're sitting outside of the stadium. And he's just eating the pizza. And I'm looking at him. It's like, I felt like we were like Jay and Silent Bob or some kind of random weird movie. And I'm like, why'd you think that was a good idea? He's like, I don't know. I thought it was a good idea. He's like, do you want a slice? I'm like, well, yeah, of course I want a slice of pizza. I'm hungry. Dude. And we never got access to, and granted, we didn't really try very hard because, I mean, I'm not going back to them and being like, hey, give us another chance. They're always still cool to me. And to this day, like, I have a great relationship with those guys when I see them, but obviously our show, we don't need to have access to a locker room. So I never had to broach that again, but we've done things with the Mariners here at KSW that they don't hold it against me. And also I wasn't the one who brought the pizza, but I was guilt by association. But after that, the relationship with the Mariners ended. They're just like, no, you guys are dorks. Like, no, we're not working with you guys again.
I think this group of Mariners would probably have taken the pizza. That's
yes.
It's a different animal now. But also the funny part about that too is you brought the pizza, and it's like these guys are major leaguers. They have catering. They have everything they possibly would want to eat already. Provided for them. Like
I think if Ichiro wants pizza, they'll make him a pizza that's probably better than the Domino's that we brought with us.
You're like, I got this inside thing. The Mariners don't provide pizza for their players, so we're gonna bring a pizza. I love it.